What it do, Moody?
What's
How
up?
you doing, brother?
Doing well, feeling good, feeling
Third,
great.
fourth consecutive week that we back on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
Not dealing with too much bugs, but that's just knocking on wood right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they gonna come out as soon as they know that we recording right now, like you said.
The yellow jackets are here in the corner, in this corner.
Yeah, so we might have to get this the smacking a little later in the show. Finally, we're here. I don't really have a Percy this week. Obviously, this is the week, man.
The Percy is too much WrestleMania coverage.
Honestly, the Percy is
just like it's everywhere.
The Percy is that this is the end of season 2.
Oh yeah.
Once we make these predictions and get the outcome. With that being the end of season 2, we got to talk about how it's looking right now. So let's just get into the show.
Yeah.
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit.
I was hey, my tag partner.
Left row, Moody, top row. Wrestling Re-Up podcast.
A weekly full avenue of wrestling.
Like, comment, subscribe here on this YouTube channel and follow us on our socials everywhere at Wrestling Re-Up.
Episode 93 of the Wrestling Re-Up podcast. 93, you mentioned last week. I was like, we probably got to come up with something better, but from a commander's perspective. Jonathan Allen.
Okay.
93. Philip Daniels was a 93. Also another Washington football legend.
Quick search.
A lot of
Dwight Freeney and Dominican Sue.
Okay. Again, a lot of defensive tackles and defensive
Meta
ends.
World Peace.
Oh, yeah. I think you mentioned that. Yeah.
I mentioned that last week. Yep. There you
Awesome. 93. 7 away from 100. We just saw Pop the Balloon reach their 100th episode.
Yeah. Shift in culture.
Yeah.
Goals.
Eventually, yeah. That's long-term goals. Hopefully short-term in the near future.
In the short term, we got the Dynasty recap, which ended in a tie. That was fine because, I mean, we matched on everything except for the Casino Gauntlet. But, I mean, that's always like we're doing it with one hand tied behind our back because you only know 2 people going into it. And it's going to be like 11,
I did mention,
15.
as I was throwing names out, I did bring up Kevin Knight. But again,
champion Kevin Knight, you did bring him up. Yes, during predictions. But, I had, you had Bobby Lashley. I had Tommaso Ciampa. Either way, split, doesn't matter.
We did terrible on this. We were under 500. We were 4-5 overall.
Yeah, but then again, like you said, the previous one, you were like, yo, this is Reggie as fuck.
I should have been hitting 8-2.
Yeah, or I thought you were only 1 off on that. Either way, I know we were 1 off because we both were like really accurate on that. You were like, that's Reggie as fuck.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be able to predict AEW, so we should be closer to 500, But
I'd rather be 5-4 than 4-5, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
But I mean, it's funny. I started the show, but I was so tired that I eventually just fell asleep, and I woke up like right at the end of MJF winning.
Yeah.
Against Kenny Omega.
Yeah, which was the match of the night. Either that or what would I say? I mean, well, Moxley Ospreay, obviously. Would you say that's surprising? I don't know how much it's surprising as much as it is.
Because again, we've been talking about Moxley doing some of his best work. Ospreay is obviously, a known legend as an in-ring worker. Now, the fact that, he's had a couple matches, but like this is like a match, I guess, if you could say, because it's on like an elevated show compared to just being on TV. But I mean, they did their thing.
No, facts. Like the finish of that match, seeing the, as much Kenny has brought up his diverticulitis, it's going to be targeted. So MJF taking the diamond ring, punching him in the gut, tombstone through the table, and then heat seeker 1, 2, 3. I'm like, hey, it's enough to put any man down in kayfabe. So maybe more surprising than the Young Bucks. Or actually, excuse me. I meant Cope and Cage losing to.
No, because again,
still similarly.
Oh, sorry. I the fact that Christian's arm got so damaged. Yeah. It's like, nah.
Yeah, he was working
you got to work that into like, yo, we're in 100%.
Yeah, you're right about that. because we're supposed to already give them like the legend boost, like so it puts them on tier, right?
Yeah.
But then even with legend boost, you can still get injured. So I guess simple as
hey,
that. When you
legend
think about,
boost didn't help out Jericho.
Yeah, well, similar. Yeah, but then again, when I think about this,
it makes more sense when you think about it.
Yeah, in kayfabe, even still, it's like not just the numbers, but like Ricochet's in his prime versus Jericho. Even though working himself back into like great shape, it's like he's been off for a year. Ricochet is a reigning champion, however important that championship is. He's not anymore. Yeah. But yeah, he's a main championship contender or mid-card championship contender and leader of a faction in his prime. So yeah, they shouldn't be surprising, but it does look like it's going to continue. We got more of that on Dynamite. But yeah, the Young Bucks, they got to win because Okada and Takeshita couldn't coexist.
As expected.
We finally, that finally got booked, on Dynamite. That's gonna, so we're gonna get that dream match finally. But trading an accidental, what was it? Big boot for an accidental. What did he hit him with this time? It was, Rainmaker. He hit him with a Rainmaker, and it was. I wish I could remember which pay-per-view it was, but it was the same thing that Okada did to him when they were tagging together before. And, he just like walked out on him effectively. So we got the return favor. We're all even, and now we're getting the match. Looking forward to it. Double or Nothing. That's what, that's the one coming out. I forget what the last one was. Yeah. Excuse me. Man, our girl, Tekla, retaining.
Yeah.
I mean, this was the most obvious thing on here. Yeah. It's like, man, Jamie Hayter, sorry, girl.
And the new match that got added, that we didn't have on the pod, but because this came out after the pod, the Dogs, who won the Trios Championship on Collision, immediately lose it to the conglomeration, where at the time we didn't know who this third member was. It was just Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong, and we come to find out it's Kyle O'Reilly.
Returning Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, maybe... I'll give this because I noticed we both don't have champions of the week, but the obvious one being after Darby did win his match.
Well, yeah. Well, let's give it a little we'll move over because we've already gone through pretty much the entire card, but we're also going to do the show a little bit different this week because it's WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, we're going to go straight to Dynamite to the coffee shop, and then we're going to treat the rest of the WWE shows as like we're at the convention hall going to their booth. So let's get into Dynamite.
Yeah. No, I don't have a championship for Darby because it's like, all right, just awesome moment, whatever. But also not another champion of the week. But if I had to make one, it would actually be the return of Kyle O'Reilly and just the little sketch that they did in the beginning of that match, before they won the trios titles. I thought it was cool, like very in front of a live audience. Like they even had like the quiet applause, laugh, signs up there. I just thought it was great production, and we got Kyle O'Reilly back, so we're gonna pretend like that whole him tapping out John Moxley thing didn't happen, and or maybe we can heat that back up. Maybe, hopefully so. But yeah, the biggest thing that happened this week, obviously,
Darby
besides
winning his match, he is his number one champion contender slot, and he's like, I want this match tonight. He was gonna have it at the beginning of Dynamite.
Yeah,
but then. Tony Khan was like, it's not fair for him to have this match, impromptu that we'll make it the main event. This is pretty much the only week of wrestling I've really watched and paid attention to because it's obviously the biggest news and obviously clear champion. I have this as a primo.
I have this as a top shelf.
But it's understandably a top shelf. I think part of it is the wrestling media kind of spoiling it.
Yeah.
Because I saw a Fightful article like hours before. And this is me after seeing the outcome. So this is more of just like I saw an older Reddit post, but after the fact.
Yeah.
But it was like, they were like, Darby's either going to win the title tonight or in the next coming weeks. And it's like, why would you break that?
Yeah.
Like that's where it's like, can we just let kayfabe live for a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, damn.
I guess I wasn't that deep into it, but it got spoiled for me.
But that should have ruined the match. But even though the match wasn't a barn burner, it was quick, said and done. Like when I saw it, I thought I was watching the highlights. I was like, oh no, this is the entire match.
Yeah.
It's 2 low blows, but Darby ends up hitting 4 coffin drops and ends up getting the win.
And a takeover, because I end up watching the match back when he challenged MJF previously at Full Gear 2021. And as a sign of disrespect, that's where you get MJF beating him with that exact same move. And that's why he wanted to beat him with that. I actually did go back and watch that match this week. And really, this was top shelf for me because obviously it wasn't about the match. It's more so angle, more than anything. And the story, because this was the main plot line of the entire show of Dynamite. You get the start of MJF coming to the arena and Renee like, oh, I'm trying to talk to you. He's ignoring her. And she's finally like, Max, Darby wants a match. What the hell are you talking about? Right now. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, great character acting from Max. Couldn't be anybody else better. And then, like you said, Tony saying it's not fair, but he gets encouraging words from people backstage. We see the return of Sting. If that doesn't give it away, then, that probably would give it away more than anything. And
it's his hometown.
Yeah, and counting the home state, all of it too. Knowing that, it's like, oh yeah, the chips are in his favor.
Everything,
right now.
But see, that's the difference between AEW and WWE, because in WWE, that's a guaranteed loss.
Well, we did just.
You're putting that much sauce on it. We
just lost. Cope and Cage just lost, and Jericho just lost at home. So yeah, but once again, Darby Allin, we know, been here, day oneer, all that type of stuff. You can call it long-term booking. It ain't. It's just like, oh, they brought up the match from
Kenny also
previously.
lost clearly.
And Kenny. So like the biggest Canadian tag team ever, Jericho, my goat, and then what most people are, the best bout machine, best wrestler in modern era. Come on, like that's a lot of hometown losing to give it to like Darby. You know what I'm saying? But either way, it was time for him. First title reign. I'm looking forward to it.
Holds it.
I don't know, but that's what's awesome about it, because he's gonna be like Rey Mysterio as a champion, where he's obviously underdog in every single match. Andrade is gonna get a shot. He'll beat Andrade. He'll beat. I don't think Swerve comes for him. I think Swerve is like a little bit.
You don't think MJ just wins it back in like 2 weeks?
Nah, I'm gonna say no. I'd like to see just like he's gonna get a rematch, right? I assume, or some type of stipulation match. I'd still have Darby retaining that. But I'd say Andrade can be next up. Tommaso Ciampa, he just said on Collision he's coming for the AEW title, so that's another at least a guy more your size, believable. Speedball, yeah, he's gotten title shots before. There you go. Kevin Knight, we're giving him a push. There you go. That's 4 guys right there. So you gotta keep the top. You can only, that's very fine. Like Swerve and Hangman might be the top of that card where it's like believable. But like if we run it back 2 times to Swerve's winning that title the second time. And I would say the same thing about Hangman. So like he can get off with 1 shot.
Hangman can't challenge in general.
Oh yeah, you're right. He can't even challenge. So shit, there you go. But that was Dynasty and let's see what else. Dynamite. Yeah, let's see. Well, we got the 10-second. Excuse me. Let me go in order. Sorry about this. But yeah, that was the best thing. Their counter programming to WrestleMania. Darby winning the title. That's effectively what I was saying.
And it's funny, somebody made it the equivalent of like Mankind winning the title on Monday Night Raw that night with Austin with the pop. And it's like, just for like the positioning, obviously the match contexts are a lot different, but just the fact that like who Mick was and him actually winning the title, and same thing with Darby being a day one dude, and like he's not your prototypical champion that you would have. But it's like, nah, this dude deserves it for everything he's done. And what he's meant to this company and stuff like that. Yeah. So.
It feels very similar to like, that's a way better analogy than I had. The one that came to my mind was like Jey Uso winning the IC title on Raw against Gunther, because it was more of like a feeling where it was like, oh shit, yeah, like top shelf moment, because it's his first title at all. So no shit. But the best wrestling actually on here, Ospreay. It's always gonna be Ospreay, basically. And Hechicero, huge fan of him. Once again, throw my guy a bone, but not gonna fault the match. Great wrestling. Tekla and Alex Windsor. I have this in mid, top of my favorite mid. She was being funny in this, but Alex Windsor, like, you're just that same bitch that got fired from New Japan. Hey, I didn't get fired from New Japan. Okay, I did get fired from New Japan, but that's only because they can't handle Tekla. And it's just like, all right, leaning into her being badass. Kevin Knight retaining against Claudio.
Yeah, I saw this book for the card for that night. I was like, oh, it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Again, like, he did 2 big swings in that? Or no, he was about to do a second big swing, and then he threw him into the turnbuckle. That's what it was. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be a diving, like in a Claudio match, there's always going to be the diving crossbody, I catch you, into stalled 25-second suplex, just letting the blood rush to your head. It's like crazy. Tommaso Ciampa beating Desmond Xavier, the former Wesley from NXT.
Oh, he changed his name. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's his
real name.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was directly after this is where he says the promo where he's coming for the AEW World Title. Okay. So I'm like, okay, we got him next up for Darby. And then the Shakes, Moxley backstage promo. Like that being I just called this the anti-Osprey, anti-Nick Wayne promo because Osprey saying like, yo, you think you're, hot shit, you don't grind, basically. And then Nick Wayne, he's like, I don't even know who the fuck you are, which, had to remember. It's like, oh yeah, patriarchy and stuff like that. He's like, this is big boy stuff. This is grown man shit. Leave your mom at home. And that's like, he's going to break him in half. So it doesn't really matter. But, and then lastly, Willow retaining her TBS title against Camille.
Yeah.
And
who returned at Dynamite.
Who returned at Dynasty. And the Demand beating down Jericho. Oh, we had the return of the List of Jericho. Or the Lexicon of Le Champion. I guess it's not that because he's not champ. But same thing. And he couldn't take it. But that was AEW this week. And Darby,
and
Darby
great,
is your
like
new
I said, great
heavyweight
kind of
champion.
programming as far as just attention grabbing of Darby Allin winning the AEW Championship. That was genuinely surprised. Like I said, I just opened up Reddit because I just came back from the movies. Opened up Reddit, scrolled down just like half a tick, and it was like the second post and AEW, match finale, and it was like Darby Allin's world champion. And I'm like I said, watch the match. Yeah. Thinking like I'm just catching the highlight clips, and I'm like, oh no, this was the entire match. I'm like, okay,
I said more so angle than anything.
Yeah,
but great. Like I said, it's all a moment. But for sure, it will be in the nomination.
Yeah,
at the end of the year.
For sure.
Yeah,
probably early contender for leading that role.
Yeah, for sure. But WWE this week, it is WrestleMania Go Home Week. Actually, let's do Book of Wrestling because this is like that would be in between. That's a neutral thing.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Our producer.
Yeah. Just throwing it in there. Let's hit the Book of Wrestling. I know it's out of order.
Oh yeah. I was like, what are you talking about?
Sure.
So out of order. Two in the gallery for the Book of Wrestling.
For sure. Try to keep it as non-WrestleMania as possible. Granted, it's all WrestleMania Fallout stuff when you look in history, but it's always like, oh yeah, after WrestleMania, whatever. So I'm like, this is WrestleMania week. I gotta try and find something that's not that.
I'll take the most recent one.
Okay.
One of my favorite moments in wrestling history. April 15th, 2007, the Miracle Milan on an episode of Raw from Milan, Italy. The Miracle Milan took place when Santino Marella made his WWE debut and immediately won the Intercontinental Championship. The win came about when Vince McMahon handpicked a fan from the crowd to face Umaga for the title. Marella won, with help from Umaga's WrestleMania rival, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
I remember watching this live, and I was like, they play that well because it genuinely felt like this dude was at least as a kid watching it. I was 17, so I should have known better. But it's like,
but you said well produced in the point that it felt
like
a random guy.
Dude, now you look back on it, it's like this dude's swole as fuck could be a random dude that you pick out.
Sure. I mean, guys are athletic. I mean, they can be, but also just playing up the accent and us knowing that he's
Canadian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And even nowadays, we got, the director of a thought attack.
Yeah.
He's changed the accent, but like super thick Italian accent then. I was like,
great debut that's honestly, that should be up there with Jericho as far as like
a debut,
greatest debuts of all time.
Carlito, also, you're talking about showing up and winning a title. He showed up and won both mid-card titles on both shows.
But like Carlito, like he came down just like as a regular wrestler. This dude was like,
we got promos
character was
stuff.
like,
he was a random guy.
You out of a crowd, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is Santino Marella. Santina Marella. And, all of this other shit that he's able to run a career, and it's like, oh yeah, it just all started with this bit.
You got a big mouth, John Cena. The older one here, I got Hebner's Fast Count, April 17th, 2000. Yeah. WWF Monday Night Raw was held in Pennsylvania, and the show opened with Chris Jericho taking on Triple H. Before the match, Jericho goaded Triple H into putting the WWF World title on the line, and Triple H agreed. Then Jericho announced that he got protection for the bout and brought out the APA Farouk and Bradshaw. During the match, the referee got knocked out, and Shane McMahon tried to interfere but was chased away by the APA. Earl Hebner ran into the ring to take over refereeing and got into a shoving match with Triple H. Jericho took advantage, hit Triple H with a spinning heel kick, then a lion salt, and got the pin with Hebner hitting a fast count, making Jericho the new WWF World Champion. After the match, both referees were brought into the ring and threatened by Triple H and Shane McMahon, and Mike Chioda, the original referee, said it was a fast count by Hebner. The match was overturned and not officially counted as a win for Jericho, and the belt was given back to Triple H. Also on the show, Scotty 2 Hotty, another one of my favorites, won the light heavyweight title.
I remember that Jericho
a not counted title. That's
I remember
insane.
that. But yeah, again, Earl did it fast count, but him and Triple H always had beef, and Earl was never one to back down from Triple H and whatnot. So it was a fast count, but it was Jericho's technically first title win. Even if it's a fast count, okay, have a match and we'll just not have Earl be the ref.
Yeah, right. Shitty.
But shout out to the Book of Wrestling.
But yeah, I mean, both were WWE related anyway, so it was a marginal step into where we're at.
Again, we're at the convention center. Usually we're walking down an avenue, but specifically for WrestleMania, as much as it's all been interconnected, I don't even think we definitely need to even go through the shows individually. I think we just call out the segments and just kind of go through our general primos and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But we're at the WrestleMania week convention, so we'll just go through it as a bulk so we can hurry up and get to these predictions.
Yeah, I mean, does the Punk and Roman? I mean, we're not at predictions, but how much did you enjoy that? Basically, both of them saying that they're envious of each other, like CM Punk being jealous of his upbringing, and then Roman being jealous of his connection to the fans. Basically, like he'll never.
Cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
Again, like if this was done in a more condensed time frame. This is my just general complaint. It's just like WrestleMania is just too late.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, it's not good. It's not bad content. It's really good. It's just like, there's a lot of stretched out time that you guys didn't fill in well as far as like, producing television content. Like The Pit, 15 weeks. This shit just started in January and it just ended.
Yeah.
And it's like, 15 weeks for a hook. Like they did a good job.
Yeah. For sure.
But again, that's totally different because they have time to like work it out. But if this is one of your main storylines, then again, who's to say? Actually, injuries, played a
huge role
in what WrestleMania potentially could have looked like. But again, great content. I would probably have it as a primo.
Yeah.
But I think this again continues to be the most interesting match on the entire card.
Yeah.
As far as just build and we're fighting for a title, but it's bigger than this title.
Yeah.
Like, you almost forget the title's being defended at this point because bigger than the title is between what they both represent and what they feel like they should be represented as.
I think that's what the promo was able to do well and wrap that up, like put a button on it, because like there was no need for more physicality. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get the match.
Yeah.
So.
The promo video for this match when we see it on night 2, like Austin and Rock, I think it's gonna be up there.
Okay. The only other match that I would say is probably up there as far as most anticipated. I had this as a mid, but it was just the Obafemi and Brock match. But the segment was just, I said because Oba finally spoke because he's been a Teddy Roosevelt so far in this wrestling industry where he's been not saying anything and just carrying a big stick. So, but he said he's got 6 weeks of evidence that shows that the beast can be beat. So.
I hope it's a squash.
Yeah, me too.
Like
you said, we're going
favor, obviously. Like,
but
if Brock Lesnar needs to get felt what he's been giving out for 25 years.
Yeah, and that's why I bring it up now because I'm like that's the only other one that I would say is like, as far as most anticipated and stuff because it's just something we haven't seen and versus like you said, you could say all the story and all the physicality we've gotten between CM Punk and like the ripple effects of that throughout the last 15 years and just wrestling in general, AEW and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, that was all that I really thought was worth mentioning from Raw. But NXT, obviously, they had this is NXT Revenge Part 2.
Yeah.
So they still like themed it up, tried to make it feel important.
Yeah.
Because we did get the 2 top titles were defended and retained. Mm-hmm. So granted, I did miss NXT this week, but going off the Bleacher Report, I mean, granted, I don't agree with them all the time. I think I would give their own grading a B+.
I can even tell, because again, I skimmed by the booth this week for NXT.
Yeah.
So I've really pretty much read this, but I'm like reading how they talk about the Kalani and Jada Parker match. I like to guess what their grades are as I'm reading it through, and I'm like, Kalani and Jada have fought the past few weeks, and not bad matches, but again, like they've said, and I've seen those matches, just not enough time.
Yeah.
But you could tell that like there is some chemistry between how these 2 women work with one another. I think this time they actually got the time.
Yeah.
And this again, they're both can be physical. I think part of it is to kind of Kalani over as a heel.
Yeah.
And just kind of bring out that she is, dangerous, and you could believe her as a bad guy or a bad woman.
Mm-hmm.
And so they gave it a B-, but I would say I would probably, again, sight unseen, I would give it probably like a low B+. Probably a B, edged into a B+.
Yeah.
I probably put it as our grade. I put it mid rising.
Okay. Next segment that we don't need to go through, like you said, every segment. I guess I'll change this into a question.
Mm-hmm. Kelly Armstrong made her debut.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Callie Armstrong making her debut. She was of all women's champion previously. So we're getting we know we've had like the whole WWE system for a long time, but like between her and Kendall Gray, Kendall Gray is gonna win the title first. But I guess my thought, all right, who wins the title first between Callie Armstrong and Keanu Carver? There you go. I threw 2 segments together because they've been doing a lot of work with Keanu Carver interrupting Joe Hendry's concert this week too. We'll just say a title because they both they're effectively classmates and since they've been called up.
I would say Callie Armstrong.
Yeah. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling like right now because he's been working with the big guys like Briggs and Jasper Troy.
And he just took out Joe Hendry,
and that's what I was.
People are saying that is being used to get Joe Hendry to get called up.
Oh, really?
Same thing with Tony D'Angelo taking out Ethan.
Yeah. Okay.
They're saying that's probably Tony's farewell.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but maybe so.
Not Tony's. All
Ethan
Ego.
Page.
Yeah. But Ego's final hurrah at NXT.
Yeah.
Same thing with JC James. She had one more title match against. Lola ends up losing that as well, even with all the interference that she got from that. So, NXT was fun.
Yeah, and the last thing I did like the segment because this is the one segment I was able to watch was Miles Bourne calling out Deion Lennox and saying you have a choice to make as the leader of Dark State, and then Saquon, who is like I said, best male actor at the Oscars every year, as far. And they're all in the crowd. You know how Dark State look. They all got their own aisle. And Saquon, for whatever reason, he has a mic. He's like, hey, hold up. There ain't no leader in this joint, dog. Like, what you mean? He got a decision to make. So hopefully we're getting into that, as we get with factions, inner friction. And Saquon's always been my favorite. So I'm like, he's the one that's he's the one that's
And obviously he's probably been doing it a lot longer because we saw matches with him and Javon or somebody else in an independent team.
Yeah. Oh, one of them was I saw a match. It was him versus the guy that was on Pablo Torre Finds Out.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was. And I watched that. Yeah, we watched that match.
Yeah,
and that guy was like the tax man, where he was like an investment banker, and that was his whole gimmick. And he's actually an investment banker, legitimately.
So,
but yeah, that was NXT this week.
They've been doing well. They've I wouldn't say recovered quite yet. I think they're still reaching above, because again, the first weeks of the year, I was like, man, NXT.
Excuse me.
Man, this is a tough watch.
Yeah.
But I think they're finding their footing a little bit, and I like where they're headed.
Once again, I mean, we did have like when you get the reshuffling of NXT, that's where the dark days come in. Because even like NXT 2.0, you're like, ooh, it takes a while, like you said, before they get their footing. But they're walking now. I'm comfortable saying they're walking.
I will say, hot take is better for Kendall Gray to not win the championship until as long as possible.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Lola Vice, or like again, like
a Sammy.
Like,
Sammy, it took him forever in NXT.
You gotta know, it's like, she's one of the best, but she just can never just climb that final step to get the championship, and then she finally does it on like, this is my last night on NXT. I'm about to be called up.
Yeah,
and I can't not have the NXT title as my, not have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
this thing I've bled for. This is like the thing. Yeah, just give the.
I think that would, and then she had he can go either way. Like, she could win it, and you have that, fabulous moment. She doesn't win it, and then she's got to be like Becky Lynch and come back like 3 years later.
You know who comes back? Ren. Ren comes back as one of like United States champion or something, and we see her like similar to Sting or something, and that'll be the giveaway. That'll be, it's like, oh shit, she's winning it, and it's like, oh, Ren QCC is back, like, like
that'd be dope.
Yeah, exactly.
Long-term booking, we got it.
Exactly. We're breaking them up and putting them back together already, like just getting started.
Let's go SmackDown. I watched a little bit of this kind of like in the peripheral because hanging out with people and whatnot. Yeah. I did see Royce Keys won the Andre Battle Royal, which was funny because what's it called? Masked Man. White dude on win Masked Man. Shoemaker. Yeah. He had already predicted that he was gonna win it like 2 weeks ago once he announced.
Oh yeah.
The Andre Battle Royal, and I totally forgot about it. But I'm like, isn't that supposed to happen? But I was like, they do put it on SmackDown now.
That's why I put WrestleMania adjacent. It used to be a WrestleMania thing until it's too crowded and like there ain't space for some titles or some events, that they've come up with previously. So
we got the So Royce Keys, what do you think about that? You think people were like, it's like winning Coach of the Year?
It means we know it means absolutely nothing. When you look at the history of
the history of winning Coach of the Year in the NBA is a little bit more toxic.
Well, yeah. I mean, Andre the Giant. Like, you get guys like, I mean, I guess you get Braun Strowman. He was a world title winner, or multiple-time Universal champion, but also he's 6'10", 400 pounds. So that's something else. But I mean, Aleister Black won it, I feel like, and who else? I don't know. It's not usually like Baron Corbin. That's another one. It's not usually like a huge stock rise out of all the things that you could win. Bless you. But another thing worth mentioning up here, because most obviously this is go home. I would say another WrestleMania adjacent thing that, because it's not on the card, was title retention from Damian Priest and R-Truth against Kofi Kingston and Grayson Waller.
Yeah, against I did pay attention to that match. That was a fun match, but it also shows you like, man, this is like wrestling at its like purest, where it's like you clearly see the good guys and the bad guys, and like the hijinks that the New Day do between like just like whenever like they just are on the same page, because Grayson Waller and Kofi Kingston are kind of beefing right now internally. Fun match, but again, very like this is for the kids.
Yeah. I feel you. I didn't realize this as it was happening, but Tiffany Stratton, when she beat Jordan Grace, that was a number one contendership
I didn't know that.
For the U.S. title. And I was like, I didn't know that. But I was like,
that's why she was looking at, and that's why, okay, that makes sense why Julia and Kiana James were sitting ringside. Okay.
Yeah.
I was watching it, but I didn't have the audio on.
That's funny. I see on the Bleacher Report, he put grade NA, and I'm like, what the heck? I read it. He's like, I lost power. We got some more Trick. Obviously, make the people.
I really
happy.
like the Jacob Fatu promo. He came out on the cop car and cut a promo on top of the cop car in front of the stage, and it was.
I must have missed that completely.
Yeah, I think you had just probably woken up by that.
Oh yeah, I did. I missed the majority. I missed like 90% of the show.
Yeah.
Or no, well, 70%. I woke up at like 9:30.
Yeah, but he cut a promo on top of a cop car. That was I thought it was done really well.
Oh, okay, yeah, I missed that, man.
That unsanctioned match is gonna be legit.
Yeah, for sure. Royce Keys winning the Battle Royal. Andre, we mentioned that. And then we got, Cody Rhodes talking about stuff. Oh, yeah, and CM Punk came out there and they hugged.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I do, again, I think another thing interesting I didn't want to fly by, we've seen this consecutive weeks, but I definitely do think Tama is getting control of the MFTs. Because Jake Solo and them, he was in a tag team match with Tama, and he ended up basically stealing the win. Like, Tama was about to go hit his finisher, but then Solo came out, hit the opponent with the Samoan Spike. And
it was a street fight against the
Wyatt Six.
Yeah. How do you like that?
It was fun. I didn't realize it was a street fight because I'm like, definitely using kendo sticks. So I guess it's like a no DQ and stuff like that. And then
every time the kendo stick breaks,
like, sometimes we're also like, can we just be done with the story? I'm more intrigued. That's why I think I'm not even caring about the Y6 part anymore of it. I'm more intrigued of just Tama.
Yeah, the NFT part of it.
Yeah, kind of just standing up and like, it looks like he's about to get a push.
Yeah. No, for real. Yeah, he's been face to face with him. So yeah, for sure.
So like, and then the crew walked off with Tama. And Solo was just standing there.
Okay.
And this was backstage. So
okay. So, yeah.
I'm more intrigued by that, though. But
yeah, the last little, I was going to say, every time a kendo stick breaks, that's one of my, like, cringiest things in wrestling. Because I'm like, kendo sticks are strong as fuck. Like, I mean, I'm glad, like, nobody, most of the time, unless it's like ECW Sandman or something, like, they're not going to keep swinging it if it breaks. But that one completely shattered. And I'm like, that shit is like, that's what they like cane you with, dog. Like that's what they were showing us like in the Navy. Like you take 20 lashes from that thing, boy, your back is gone, dog. Like, and they'll break it and keep whipping your ass, and it's like, whoo, oh no. But I'm glad that Uncle Howdy didn't. That's all I was gonna say. But yeah, let's get to the WrestleMania predictions.
That is the convention hall of WrestleMania. Yeah, WrestleMania Go Home. Let's get to these predictions.
Yeah, the main
I want to start off with the predictions records because this is the last points that we have on the season. Right now, because we tied last week, coming off a Dynasty, we currently sit at, for the season, 9, 7, and 12 for me. So I have a 2-point lead. We have 2 points for each night, 1 point for each night, so 2 total left. Moody, you are obviously reflective of that, 7, 9, and 12. So at best, probably you can tie, or I can extend my lead to 4 for the season and cut this 2 season total so far.
It's good that
14, 20, and 15, and for me overall, and 20, 14, 15 for you.
I was gonna say it's good that if that happens, it's like me going down swinging, and it's like I built up like effectively, I guess I would say a 2 season lead.
Yeah,
because it's like same math. If we do this again, then it's like, hey, you tied it up by the time we get to the end of season 3.
I feel like I might get greedy though with me trying to like
maybe
cut the gap because, and also I could be playing myself.
I'm not gonna over push it if we like end up in ties and like predictions. Like I'm not gonna over push it either if I'm convicted. So
well, let's go through night 1 of the card first. We'll go in order of the match card as what's been listed. The first night we got a WrestleMania Saturday, nigga, and Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, the Usos, in LA Knight versus The Vision and I Show Speed.
Yeah, this is probably the like least scared about match on all of WrestleMania, right? Just 3 trios. No, I was just saying that to illuminate that like it's a celebrity in the match and like Logan Paul and stuff. It doesn't really matter. It's like what I'm going at because I'm like, I mean, Speed shouldn't be winning this at all, but I feel like it's kind of like a crowd pleaser in the young people sense. So that's where I'm like, I don't know. What did the Usos do last year? That's my other thing. We always got to remember that. That's the end of we got to try to remember what WrestleMania was was happening.
Yeah, I remember the last thing I remember was they were Jay won the title.
Yeah, he won
Gunther.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I feel correct with that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with I Show Speed and The Vision on some fluke shit, and it's like crowd pleaser for the kids, like you were saying.
I'm gonna go The Vision and I Show Speed, and I think part of it you're gonna see Speed show off some athletic escapism escape ability.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah,
like just kind of like dipping and diving and dodging and ducking and with all that stuff.
Yeah.
But eventually he gets hit and he gets rocked, and then he's basically just being ragdolled throughout the match. Cameron is sitting ringside, and he gets the brass knucks. He gets the brass knucks, and ends up hitting Jey Uso.
Hey, that ain't nothing to sneeze at. Hey, he got his ass beat on his own show.
And IShowSpeed win. I think they put IShowSpeed on top of Jey Uso.
Yeah. Hey, that ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's funny.
And you get IShowSpeed winning, but he's all just like beaten up, barely can stand and whatnot. Like, clearly is going to be feeling it the next day.
Yeah.
But well, we agree on that.
Unsanctioned match: Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. I got Jacob. I think this is his. Maybe not coronation. That's not. There's no title, but like Drew thrives on hatred and like revenge and stuff. And obviously we've gotten the best of that. I would say like the only reason that this rivalry isn't as good as CM Punk and Drew McIntyre is because Jacob Fatu is not CM Punk. Like that's the only reason, because Drew's given everything to this. But as far as like a big win for, well, wait, damn it, didn't he win the title? He won the title last year, didn't he? Jacob won the U.S. title from Solo.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
What did Drew do last year?
Drew, can't recall.
See, that might fucking swerve me back right there, because this is where.
Did Drew win the championship?
No, he didn't win the title. It couldn't have been.
I'll look it up. But continue your thought.
Yeah, but that's really the only thing that I was gonna say. Yeah, I like it for Fatu, but I'm like, oh yeah, shit. If he's had a WrestleMania win, you can take a loss, and really, it's like it's all about big picture, right? Because as I've mentioned, it's all about like the next day, or this is the season, or Raw and SmackDown will be, season 43 or whatever of WWE, however they record it. So
Drew defeated Damian Priest in a Sin City street fight.
He defeated in a street fight? Okay. So, unsanctioned. Yeah, I'll still go with Jacob.
I'll go with Jacob as well. And I think last night's promo sold me on it, because he was just talking about, like, you try to play, because, Drew got him locked up. And he's like, you try to put me back in where I was, locked up in the cell. And,
talking about that lockdown.
He's like, that's in my past. That's in my rear view. And just basically like, how dare you? Like, he was so offended that Drew thought he could, like, yo, I know who you are and I could place you back into your old ways. And it's like, bro, I'm past that. So I feel like Jacob cut a really passionate promo that it made me believe that. I think this is close, though. I can see definitely Drew winning just because he's just more dastardly. And like, but I think Jacob is just, I think, again, to your point, I think this kind of like, that solidifies, but again, I think it just adds a notch under Jacob's belt of just being like a genuine, credible threat, especially if you want to position him eventually in the World Championship Contender Series.
Yeah.
So I go Jacob as well. So we're 2 for 2 on agreeing.
Women's World Championship, Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. No one Liv.
Gonna go Steph. I think there is.
You're reversing the Rhea or what I've been saying about Rhea and Jade, like the surprising thing, like put her over. Yeah,
it's not even that, but it's that I think there's more just things with Liv to figure out. Where like I think either it could be Roxanne, or in my opinion, who I probably favor, Raquel Costain.
Yeah, that's really your booking. You've been saying that, so it's like title. Really, if you've got you've been saying that, so it's like if you've just been smelling something or seeing something I haven't seen as much. Granted, Liv has always been a backstabbing bitch, because I think that's the last. Again, what was that, like Raquel, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
Got eliminated from the Rumble.
Yeah. That's Liv. What it was. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it started there, and you were like,
and then Raquel's been in positions where she's almost won the title. It's just not for some fluke shit.
Like I say, because she'll align with her Latina sister. There you go.
But I can also see Roxanne turning on it and then lining up with Finn. and just trying to destroy the Judgment Day. Also, word came out last night or yesterday that Paige has signed with the WWE.
Oh, okay.
Could she interfere in this?
Oh, jeez. I mean, you ain't lying. I mean,
or maybe that just came out last night.
Okay. Well,
or could that be another match?
That's
Paige has to be considered in any of these women matches. Maybe this one.
Yeah, man. See, you mean that's last minute information shit? Like, I ain't got no time to think about that. Like Paige showing up now. It's like, yeah, maybe not Mania, but even still, like Raw after Mania, she could be there, right?
Yeah.
So she re-debuts, and it's like, okay, who's champion?
But again, I think someone's costing Liv this match.
Yeah, regardless. Yeah. It's fine because like you said, with adding her, it's like, yeah, you got two solid contenders that could do that. And not for nothing, like we talk about our devilish white girl, or what is it? Yeah, no, white she-devil, scale. Paige pretty high on that list. And it's funny because like the type of like, oh yeah, Liv versus Paige, or just that rivalry, like whether title or not, like throw a title in there, yada yada. I would like to see that, so dang, that is my logic is they've just been kind of slow with Steph. I mean, they've been slow with Jade also, like with the defenses and everything. So they've been treated kind of similarly. Either one is hard. Stephanie is definitely way better in ring than Jade, but yeah, interesting information to find out.
Hey, that's just how I'm placing in this match. She could appear in another match.
Even still, you did have the booking of Raquel turning. That could still just happen.
Yeah,
so in which case
or Roxanne. But
yeah, either one of them. Yeah.
Does Paige interfere in AJ Lee and Becky Lynch?
Once again, what did Liv do last year? Did she win the title? I'm just gonna keep up WrestleMania. I'm gonna keep this page up, so I'm gonna stop asking. WrestleMania 41.
She lost to Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch in the tag team title.
An attack. Oh, it was her and Raquel. Oh, okay.
But could Paige interfere in AJ Lee and Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship?
AJ Lee. There you go. Yeah, because AJ Lee took her, or she took the title from AJ. Yeah, there you go. When she debuted, so that makes sense. That's synergy,
So maybe that happens on Monday.
Maybe. That's the next match. I didn't realize that. That's me being slow. I was like just connecting the dots. This is probably, at least night one, the most, I'd say, I mean, the Rollins household or whatever, what's his real name? His real last name?
Lopez.
Cody. Yeah, the Lopez household, like they got the two moves like 50-50 to me. Becky and AJ. I think
Paige could possibly be a factor here.
I think you reward, even without Paige, I was going to say, I think you reward Becky with her greatness. This will make her 3-time, right? The first 3 times.
So, yeah.
I can believe that. Like, this is more GOAT talk shit for her. Sports Illustrated says it, but the Bleacher Report says it. Like, I can see that. I'm gonna think about it after we put all the predictions in.
Yeah.
But I always think about like, oh yeah, how many titles I got changing? I gotta look how my card looks, but I'm gonna hold on that and wait till we're finished and see if there's anything that we want to change. But I got Becky right now. What's the logic in your head? You're kind of hesitating. I'm also
my mentality is to not
think too much.
I would kind of lean to you and go towards Becky, but I can see AJ winning this, even just like without interference and just feeding to Becky's ego of just not winning and being embarrassed at WrestleMania while AJ Lee returns. And, this is her first WrestleMania back.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because she came back. Yeah. So, like, for her, I mean, it wouldn't be impossible.
Not first match back, but yeah.
Yeah, but this is her first WrestleMania.
Yeah,
back.
Exactly. It's a different, that's what Becky would be like. It's a different level. That's what you're saying.
So, part of me wants to go with AJ retaining. I'm looking at the rest of the card, and I would say, I got one title defense already. Not to give away my other picks, but I might have to go with. Does Paige interfere in this match? Yeah. And if so, or is that just a Monday thing? Because
Raw. We haven't checked in Raw after Mania in a long. That's been pretty weak in like recent years. I'd agree. Of course I agree with myself.
Or does she interfere in the Jade and Rhea match? And you get Rhea and Paige feud.
Rhea and Paige. Yeah, too
Io,
black aesthetic.
Io takes out Michin and B-Fab, chases him out the ring. Now we feel like we got a one-on-one. Then all of a sudden, Paige, who probably in a hoodie, blocking her face and stuff like that, comes out of nowhere, attacks Rhea. Costs her the match, and then you get the reveal that it's Paige who cost Rhea the match against Jade. And Jade doesn't even know.
Yeah. She's like, she don't know you.
They were together in AEW, so I guess there's some connection, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Jade and her.
Yeah, so it's like, but I'm going to go with AJ. I say all that to say I'm going to go with AJ defending her title.
Yeah. The hardest to guess, probably just because of the number of competitors, the women's four-way.
Oh, this is not hard for me.
Yeah, really not?
It's Bayley and Lyra.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I think
it has to be Bayley, and that's non-kayfabe. Like, you got to...
I was going to say, this is where I say the strategy of not think too hard. And I'm like, they're the ones who haven't touched the titles. So...
And I don't even think the Bellas are going to be able to participate because the thing, what's-her-face is legitimately hurt. Well, they're still currently listed on the card. But...
Yeah, because we're waiting to see if the Kabuki Warriors would back
the Bellas, are predicted to maybe not participate because Nikki's has a foot injury, an ankle injury or some sort. But they're still listed on the card. I haven't seen anything come through, and the show starts in 4 hours.
Yeah.
So, or less than 4 hours. But yeah, I'm going Bayley and Lyra. You agree as well? Yeah. I mean, if there was anybody else I'd pick, maybe.
Well, I think. Well, yeah, because it's just like, the Bella Twins. I'm like,
but again, the Irresistible Forces retaining, I would believe that too. But I think this is.
I say they're the power spot though. That doesn't favor them. And kayfabe.
Yeah, this is where I will go. Yeah, this is my title change for the night.
Yeah,
Bayley and Lyra.
Yeah, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. I got Gunther. This is where I'll get an interference, if anything, just because I don't know if Braun Breaker is healthy. Call. But this is the only one like I've been stewing in my mind. I was like, because we know it's a hernia, and it's like, but that shit could be forever. We don't know. But either way, I mean, this is why I got my champion of the week like 2 weeks ago when make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Like like you said, this WrestleMania for me is gonna be the fucking IR, the pup list WrestleMania, basically, because so much shit was like clearly backup plans to everything. So I think you just like Seth is more of like, obviously I don't know how many times he's a champion, 7-time, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gunther needs more of the boost, especially if you don't got legends around, that you can still just have this high profile match and beat Seth Rollins. And that's if I also think if there was to be an interference spot. Besides, obviously, Orton and, because it's a stupid fucking Pat McAfee match. Besides that one, this is the most preloaded for an interference, is my thought. If Braun Breaker is healthy, but we don't know that. So,
I as I think about it, and including the specific interest that Paul Heyman has in this match, as far as like Gunther saying like he owes him one for being able to just like handle his Seth Rollins problem.
Yeah.
Again, I asked this last week. I was like, does Gunther really need to even win this match to even get Paul Heyman to get him what he owes him for doing this? Is like the favor of the match, or is the favor getting the win?
Yeah.
And if the favor is just having the match, then Gunther really doesn't need to win it.
True.
But if the favor is to get the win. And I didn't even think about it until you mentioned it, but having Braun Breaker possibly return.
Yeah. Because I think
a situation where Braun Breaker returns during the middle of Gunther's match where Gunther's about to get his finisher off, but Braun Breaker comes in and spears him.
In a black hoodie.
No, not spears Gunther, but spears Seth Rollins.
In a black hoodie. That's
and then exactly Gunther is like, yo, what the fuck? And he ends up begrudgingly having to get this 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But he's going to be like, and then Paul Heyman is going to be the sniveling heel saying that, like, well, technically, if it wasn't for my guy, you wouldn't have won this match.
Yeah, something I'm saying. Because I was going to, that's actually what you were saying.
I don't need to pay you back in any way because I basically was able to handle my own business. Yeah.
That's interesting. But yeah, that's what you would say on Monday because Gunther, the character, he doesn't like people interfering in his matches.
And then you still get a 3-way between Gunther and Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins that, basically Seth and Gunther coming at Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
With Braun Breaker.
Hey, that's something, yeah.
I'm building myself to, I was going to go with Seth. My loyalty was going to go with Seth, but I think, and I also think the way the match plays out, that Seth is probably not going to be fully recovered. And they're going to attack his shoulder, and then he's just going to be like, I can't lift, I can't do all this stuff.
Like some Daniel Bryan shit, yeah. We'll see if he's able to sell this time. He's good for not doing that. But.
The main event for tonight.
Yeah.
WrestleMania Night 1. The undisputed WWE Championship. If Orton loses, McAfee will leave the professional wrestling business for good. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton.
Randall Keith Orton is going to win this match.
I'm going to go with a Cody retention. Part of me says it's earned when Pat McAfee.
We did agree on that. Yeah. I want to preface this. Yes.
Because I was definitely leaning towards like Randy Orton's winning this title. But
yes. And I agree with you. The second that Pat McAfee came out there, I was like, once again, IWC, Internet Wrestling Community, we're part of it, whatever. The Smarks, I don't care. Bruh, you didn't have to. You didn't have to do anything. And it's like, sure, we understand it's a money grab, whatever. I mean, we think loosely that like Backlash is booked already. Like it's Cody and Jelly Roll versus
Randy and
Pat. That's a tag match, so the title doesn't really matter in that case. So that really doesn't tell me anything.
Good. How can you even have that match?
Well, yeah, true. I guess that's the thing. But yeah, you're just going against that, I guess. But man, I hope that are we gonna get that match? Like Backlash? You think we're gonna? Just right now, before we even the
this
prediction.
Is also, again, probably didn't see this, but apparently Randy has been dealing with some injuries.
Yeah, I didn't see this either. Okay.
And so I didn't even know about this stipulation until I was getting this card ready. So the fact that like Pat McAfee's, being in the wrestling business, and then that's even a real shoot thing where it's like, but who knows? Pat McAfee could have signed an extension. He's just playing this all as like a shoot work. I'm done with wrestling. It's Pat McAfee is like, psych, I'm still here. Okay. So part of me feels like there is ways that they could be, doing an amazing job of making me believe that like all of this news about Randy and Pat. But again, that was positioned out there that we would have that celebrity tag match at Backlash. I'm gonna go with Cody retaining. I think. I mean, again, and then they made it a good point. Like, if Cody loses this, he would have lost this year, last year.
Oh yeah, I didn't do my WrestleMania math.
And WrestleMania 39.
He lost. Oh yeah, because he lost to Cena. Shit, yeah. Man, dang! Why you gotta tell me Randy's hurt? And I see all these articles. I'm like,
who knows if those are real? But
true, yeah. But
I can see Randy taking a break off and then having that match, like maybe at like SummerSlam or something.
Because I was gonna say, I mean, it's also we're never turning Cody, right? Like I gotta give up. I've said we gotta give up on that. But I was gonna say similarly, like the same path that Cody had to take when he had to, win the Royal Rumble twice to even get there. Can he do that? Win the Rumble twice? I wouldn't have Randy winning
Cody?
Again. No, Randy.
Oh, Randy?
Yeah, because he won the Rumble. So I'm like, he's not gonna. But how can you get your way back to Mania? I mean, obviously, you got the Elimination Chamber right now. I guess we're thinking if Roman. I mean, we're gonna get to our predictions, but like you said, this is the night one shit. So now this is officially the lower belt. So if that's the case, then really. You can. Kayfabe. So I guess you can have the qualifier for the WWE title in the Elimination Chamber next year. Randy could win that, but that's tough, man. Dang.
So sticking with Randy,
I guess. I mean, but yeah, you're right. The WrestleMania of it, it's like Cody lost
39, he won 40,
lost 41 to Cena.
Yeah. So he's 1-2 at WrestleMania. I would make him 2-2. You'd make him 1-3.
Yeah. And then he can obviously Cody by himself, he can overcome.
The Rock didn't have a really good WrestleMania record either.
That's where I was also going to say, Cody is a company guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's literally grew up wrestling family. So it's like similarly with The Rock. I'm like, I don't think Cody as much cares about that as much, being QB1. He doesn't need to have the title. So that's more so in Randy's favor. But yeah, fuck it. I'll just, like I said, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to go with my heart in this shit. And it's like, yeah, I mean, hopefully Randy's not hurt. And, we're down for a Randy title reign. Obviously, it's been years. I mean, they built it up very well. If you don't do it here, you don't, obviously not Backlash. But, or I guess it would be Backlash then, right? Mm-hmm. That's the next pay-per-view. So he'd get it at Backlash.
And that's in overseas, I want to say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That fucking pop's going to be crazy.
Yeah. I want to say it's in Italy, something like that.
Maybe France. That'll be the bullshit that you get right on. You're going to win because of
that. So we have done with night one.
Injuries are off on Randy. In my head. It's bullshit I'm hearing.
We have 3 different opinions, so a point will be rewarded.
Yeah.
For night one. I have Stephanie over Liv. You have Liv over Stephanie. I have AJ defending her title. You have Becky winning. And then I have Cody defending his title.
Yeah. Let me look at my. This is why I said I want to look at it at the end of predictions and think it out, because now I got to look at my card. So I got heel win, face win, heel win, face win, heel win, heel win. Yeah, that's a lot of heel shit.
We got 3 heel champions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, that gives me a whole lot of credence for fucking that Cody shit. Yeah. You're telling me right now, which is some BS. I'm like,
it's not my fault I keep up with the news.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying, I wish we both didn't know, and we would just make our predictions. Like,
it's not like I look for it; it just pops up on my feed.
Man, yeah, I'll meet you, and I'll meet you in the middle with Cody. I'm gonna actually hold on. So that would have, yeah, I'll meet you in the middle with Cody.
Well, you're gonna be mad when Randy wins.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mad as a bitch. I'm gonna be mad as fuck, dog. I'm gonna be mad as fuck. We're gonna end in a tie on this night.
Yeah. Let's go to WrestleMania Night 2. First match on the card, which
I'm following my heart, dog. Like I said, you got the chance to do some presidential shit. Just do it.
Oba. And it better be Oba to squash.
Just do it.
Oba and a squash, man. This is Brock Lesnar's second to last retirement match. Maybe third to last, because he'll probably try to get the. Nah, yeah. Do you think he gets a get back? If Oba squashes him, do you think he gets a get? Brock gets a get back?
Like on a pay-per-view?
Yeah, obviously, because Brock don't be wrestling on.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Free.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Protect the that's the whole reason that we're picking Oba in this case. This is similar to like beating Undertaker's streak. You know what I'm saying? Obviously Brock ain't Undertaker, but it's passing the monster shit on. So just do it. Yeah.
So you think after this, again, my prediction is obviously most people's prediction. Last match is at SummerSlam in Minneapolis. And obviously Gunther would be the possible contender.
Yeah.
That's why I said maybe second to last match, but
or maybe it is Oba because Brock wins here. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going Oba.
Oh, yeah, I'm going the presidential shit. That it's like
Oba squash.
Yeah, like that's the presidential shit. That's like, and immediately when we see it, that will be awesome.
6-pack ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Penta defends his title against Javon, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio.
Man,
I think. Go ahead.
I think this is Rey gonna be selfish. This is where I lean with you, and I'm like, is the old man just gonna hog the fucking IC title division? Like, because I'm like, why are we adding him outside of like Penta? Obviously being like, you're my favorite wrestler of all time. We know that's why he's there. So as long as Rey doesn't win, this is a W. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter who wins the match.
I feel like
that's the only wrong answer. That's what I wanted to say. That's my preamble.
Outside of a champion's advantage of definitely retaining this, I feel like if you had to pick a new champion, Javon would be my favorite. I would not be surprised if JD McDonough won.
Because I wouldn't give it to Dragon Lee, and I think, Rusev is too I was gonna say gray in the beard. What is it? I forget the term. There's other phrases for being old. And also, like I say in like ladder matches, that doesn't favor the heaviers, the bases. you know?
Yeah.
So,
but I can see if you come out with this of like JD wins the title, Rusev and Javon end up feuding, and then you get Penta, Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio beefing.
Yeah. Or maybe we're slotting up, I mean, this is going to go into another one of our predictions, but slot up, you know, Dominic into the heavyweight title picture.
Actually, I'm going to go, see, I've gone with Javon, but I just feel like Javon is like, would this feel like Dominic Mysterio winning the championship?
Yeah. Not. I don't know if we're there yet. I mean, Javon's over for sure.
And then this match is also going to be on ESPN. Like, say, for night 2 right now, the first hour, I think, is going to be on ESPN 2. Night 1, night 2, the first hour is going to be on ESPN.
Yeah.
And so you got Brock and Oba to start the show on ESPN. And then you got this ladder match. And, like, you give Javon Evans the space to just do all this high-flying shit. Having JD McDonough win, I don't know. I kind of want to lean to JD. Winning.
I thought it was pretty. I thought this was one of my most overthought ones where I had JD because of numbers advantage. Like he has the the fucking Judgment Day. We know Dominic's gonna be there. Granted, he should be prepping for his match. I doubt he'll interfere in this, but maybe we get a.
I don't think he's interfering. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I need to think about who's else. There's any other guys? No, because Finn's out. Yeah, they're having their match. So interesting.
I mean, my opinion also relates to that, but I'm gonna go surprise JD McDonough.
Yeah.
I do want to
as far as like the 2K rating. He's one of the lowest on this.
Again, like it just seems it wouldn't make sense, but I definitely do think there's a long-term story that you, at least a short-term, a 3-month story like you could build with JD winning.
And Finn can beat him for the title. That's
exactly
his young
where I'm going with. So, next match on the card. Who you got though?
No, JD. I agreed. I was like, this was like honestly my most thought out. Where I was pretty solid on it that it was JD also because I thought it was, like you said, surprise, but not surprise in the sense of like because we fuck with JD. So and we know he's like low key like when we talk about best like I be watching in ring.
Yeah,
like,
he's really good.
I'd say top 5. Probably in the company for the men. JD is that guy. And I didn't map out the whole rivalry with Finn and shit until you started saying that. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, you're right. That makes sense. Because the only other logical outside of a retention, from Penta is just Javon. Like really, because he's so young and swaggy and all that type of shit. But it's like, yeah, he's fun and everything, but there's only one place to move from the IC title, and that's up. And I'm like, you still got a whole lot of time to like put muscle on and stuff. So I'm like, it should be even a bit of time until you win the IC title, I imagine. Because it doesn't have to be a Mania win, but he's the closest thing last night. He's actually like you know who he is? He's Will Ospreay. That's who he is when I think about Luchador, because Will Ospreay was very skinny and built muscle up. He's that same height. So that's where he'll end up being if he continues to put on muscle. But yeah, like we know he's young as fuck and like he's got plenty of time.
If you want to make a star, again, have this match being on ESPN.
Yeah.
Javon actually makes
and we'll know his name after that.
Yeah, and him doing all these spectacular moves. But I was like, you could just get off by just winning and doing these spectacular moves. And you can win next year at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Granted, this would be the match. This is the match where you win with spectacular moves too.
Yeah.
Because this isn't a story or anything. I'm saying us as fans usually we favor a story, than just spectacular moves. But yeah, this would be the opportunity that he would get if you want to just strap a rocket to him and say, this is our guy going into the future. You can do that. Women's world title. I've been saying this the whole time. I'm going numbers advantage with Jade. Hopefully it's just a put over for Jade, similar to like, as I mentioned multiple times, Tiffany and Charlotte last year. That's just what I'm calling. Rhea last year, WrestleMania 41.
She lost in the Io Sky Bianca triple threat.
I'm still gonna go with it.
Gargill, the autocorrect.
I think also this really is a question similar to like if Braun is going to return, it's always been about Bianca. And it's like, man, Bianca is fucking the last thing I
we've
thought her
seen
doing.
Videos of rehabbing her fingers.
I know. But I'm saying like similar, like, I'm not expecting her to come back anytime. So that's where I'm like, that would definitely favor Rhea more so. But I'm like, last I seen Bianca, she was on that We Playing Spades with Nick Cannon and shit. Like her and Montez. And I'm like, man, this girl is not like anywhere close to the scene right now. You know what I'm saying?
Again, this is where
I believe, this is where I like you said, Rhea, I agree, is stone cold. Mm-hmm. So regardless of Jade being champion or not, she's the underdog in my eyes. But I'm just going with like, hey, we just got a new faction together or whatever. So to give that some credence, sure. That's what I'm
like I said,
if it's like clean as a heel, whatever.
Like I said earlier, I would not be surprised if Io comes out, takes out both Michin and B-Fab, chases them away, and we get the return of Paige.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the one you're calling the interference.
Rhea. Oh yeah, if it doesn't happen,
which one of you had to pick between Becky, AJ, and this one?
I rather see Paige versus Rhea.
Okay, so you call this
a repeat of two legends fighting.
Yeah.
Even though AJ has the title, it's like, bro, like, do we really need to run back a storyline from 20 years ago? Yeah, I get you're older and mature, but the clear it was like Tiffany and Charlotte fighting, or Mariah May and Tiffany at some point, just the obvious pairing. I'm gonna go Jade retaining, but I think we get the return of Paige and costing Rhea Ripley the match.
Okay, interesting. The men's United States Championship, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. They've been building us up to a double turn for sure. Like they want us to believe that. Like, man, we even got Sami did the most. Like I would probably say, like outside of Bloodline stuff because he's being manipulated. Mm-hmm. This is Sami on his own. Mm-hmm. He did the most heelish thing that Sami's ever done, and haluva kick a gingerbread man just yesterday on SmackDown. One of the few segments we did see, and they're gearing us up for because everybody's cheering Trick and we're booing Sami. So this is where I think a double turn could happen, and we get full heel Sami, possibly. Mm-hmm. That is a type of booking that would fit perfectly, and now you got a whole new dimension of Sami, and we're gonna be pulling for Trick to win. Granted, you also got the momentum of Trick, who's a fucking superstar, the best entrance in WWE right now, at least top 3, and a rocket on his back. So, what are you thinking?
Very convincing arguments, sir. I kind of agree with you that I can see Sami retaining.
Sami last year. Oh yeah, he won. Yeah, he won. So he's losing. By the way, that's my You're
picking Trick to win?
Yeah, just because I'm gonna. Well, I mean, I gotta look at the card afterwards. I look at it all together. Yeah. But like my knee jerk, yes, is Trick winning. But that's why I bring up the obvious other direction to go is double turn. Yeah. And Sami retains on some heel shit, and we're booing the fuck out of Sami.
That's kind of where I'm going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, again, not the stage of like Trick again, he's only been on TV for a little bit.
Yeah.
And he hardly wrestles. I feel like we've seen him wrestle a few times, but it's not like he's wrestling every week or anything like that. So very charismatic and definitely can hold the title at any point. I definitely do think. What happens if Sami just loses just normally to Trick? Like, is Sami just continuing to like a downward spiral? Or like,
I mean, I think we could still get heel Sami from that, maybe. Like, I mean, yeah, if he continues the downward spiral.
But I guess will Trick be a heel in that situation? It's Trick a heel if he wins the title, even just if it's just normal.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think right now Trick is a tweener. That's the best thing that we could give him. Mm-hmm. He's a tweener, and like Sami is a stock going down towards heel, even though we know he's a face still. So that's why I think it could work. They do have an interesting dynamic, but yeah, it's not rug pull, but like I said, that would be the most obvious, like, oh shit, Sami just low blowed Trick. Yeah. And then haluva kick.
I'm going to go Sami retaining off some heel shit. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Difference in that. Don't think we have a difference in this when we got the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
The Demon.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is pretty easy, and then this gets also into my prediction that I think Finn wants to take out the Judgment Day.
Yeah, going into next season.
And so you got Dominic, you beat him up, got him out the way at WrestleMania. Go after the guy, Finn, your boy that you brought into the Judgment Day, JD McDonough, and take his title away that he just won at WrestleMania.
Yeah. You get some backup from
Roxanne.
I was gonna say either Roxanne. I was gonna say Dominic at Backlash because that match is gonna happen at Backlash, like Finn versus JD.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't win, interfere, and then you got Money in the Bank after that. He could win at Money in the Bank IC title.
I think he wins. Are you gonna use Money in the Bank on the IC title?
No, not use it on the title, but I'm saying the he would win Money in the Bank. Maybe he would. Maybe Finn would win Money in the Bank.
I'm saying he probably wins the IC title.
Yeah, I was saying at Money in the Bank. That's all. Just because you're pushing it, like you said, it's a story. That's all.
Wait, I'm confused. You said at Backlash he wins. You said
at Backlash he loses because Dominic interferes. Because this is WrestleMania Fallout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then after that, he'll win on that next pay-per-view, which I think is Money in the Bank.
It might be. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay. Oh, maybe. But yeah, I'm going Finn, and yeah, I think he just goes after the destruction of the Judgment Day. Being one of the longest tenures, was he's the last original member.
I mean, he's no longer a member anymore.
The last original member of the Judgment Day. He was there with him and Rhea, with the one starting it with Edge. But yeah, Finn gets that, and then we get to the main event of the entire weekend.
Roman.
World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. You're going Roman. And I think
that's going to be a pop regardless. So now
I think this is the formation of the Bloodline. And I definitely do think we get the Usos. I think we get all of them. I think we get at least
all of them. Yes.
I could even see Sammy.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Especially after losing. Or actually,
maybe he retains.
In my case, but
no, that's better if he retains and joins the Bloodline. That'd be fucking super.
And you get the original Bloodline back together at WrestleMania, and they took out Punk
plus Sammy Uso.
like that would be dope.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, let me look at my card all together now. So I got Roman. That's a heel winning, but like I said, that's gonna be a face pop regardless. Face. That Sammy trick is the hardest one to call. Jade, that's a heel. JD is a heel. Oba's a face. That's pretty 50-50. Dang, what would I change on here besides Sammy trick? If I had to change anything, I'd go Rhea.
I'd go Javon. And I'd go Rhea as well.
Yeah. I'm really trying to. What do I want more?
And I would go Trick.
It's really, I think, the only one that's up. Maybe I'll go.
I would
Javon. Maybe I do want to go Javon. I feel similarly after you pointed out like Trick's only been on TV so long. I'm like, I feel similarly about Javon, where I'm like, yes, you can win the IC title like at any point in time, but I'm like,
what about Brock beating Oba?
That's just the wrong thing to do, though. that's the wrong thing to do. Like, that's
even taking out your bias.
That's terrible. I mean, and of course, because we're gonna say,
and then you get out back.
Of course, because that's the thing is like, because then Oba could never get that lick back. We're gonna say it's gonna count when he beats him at Backlash or at. No, it's not. It's not gonna fucking count because it wasn't Mania. So the biggest thing that it could be would be SummerSlam.
What about Brock, Kofi Kingston, Oba Femi?
Jesus. Oh yeah, that's WCW right there.
It's been with one F5.
Stock price going down. That'd be that's a nah. That'd be OD. I was gonna say everybody's gonna be stone cold silent, but no, they wouldn't be silent for that. Yeah, I mean, whenever you have multi-man matches, it's hard. But I didn't even think about, like you said, the continued IC shit with Finn, but like that makes it fit with JD a lot better. And like I said, my call has been slotting up Dominic to go up anyway, just because he's been holding the AAA title and the IC looking like $1 million. It's like, even if he's losing right now, we know it's just a matter of time. I feel comfortable. I mean, I think it would just be Sammy, but that would just end us in a tie. Because I really like the double turn.
I would, if you switch it to Sammy,
that's where I'm like, I'm gonna go
my JD to Javon.
Yeah.
Or
maybe
like
I'll do, yeah.
Or my Jay Daria. But because I could be playing myself with this page aspect, and it's really just as simple as Rhea just wins the title.
I mean, but we both got Jade, so Because you're just saying that how early it's been, and I'm like, this double turn, we've been setting this bitch up. I'm still sitting here stewing. I'm like, I'm
gonna switch. I'm gonna go Rhea. I'm gonna go Rhea.
I was thinking Javon. Would I go Javon? But like your IC booking just makes more sense with, like you said, like progressively. Yeah. That's the only problem with that is that there's only 2 guys in the championship day, and like you're arguably taking out the leader right now. So, I guess I'll just to make it interesting. We're all switching it up. Fuck it. I don't want to go Javon. Really.
You want to support the black man?
Because this is once again, this is where I was like, is Ray gonna hog? ESPN. Is Ray gonna hog the division because it's on ESPN? Can Rey Mysterio win the IC title?
And if this is the right order, you get 2 black men back to back winning, and Obafemi and Javon Evans, and then Rhea Ripley. No.
Yeah. JD is fucking right. Has Dragon Lee held? No, he held the U.S. title, right? I think he was. I think he was IC champion. He's held a mid card title. He's held one. JD has not. Rusev has. Pence is holding it now. I can't see Rusev's big ass on top of that ladder. I'm comfortable. I'm just gonna stay as is. I'm gonna stay. I just feel like. Javon. I don't know. We are taking a turn with politics. Maybe this ain't Trump's America anymore. We can start putting on some black men. Like you said, Javon, the whole Javon aspect. Because my thought is like,
I doubt it.
This is Trump's America.
I'm gonna go with Rhea. I switched my pick from Jade to Rhea, and so there is a potential for a tie. But
either way, it's fine. I'm comfortable. Champion of the week is Darby Allin for accomplishing his dreams, and Tony Khan for counter programming WrestleMania. And that's it. That's what we got. That's what
everybody's trying to do this weekend. But that is the end of season 2 of the Pick'ems. And WrestleMania 42 will start in a couple hours. So get ready and to enjoy that. And we'll be back next week to recap all of season of WrestleMania 42. Recap the fallout from that and what happens. And the start of season 3 and new Pick'ems.
Yeah, new record.
So catch y'all next week.
Next week.
Peace.
Later.